Michael Fagan, Chief Technology Officer of Kmart Australia and Target Australia. Thank you so much for joining us for our Conversation with Leaders series. Welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
So Michael, how is Kmart responding to the needs for skill and talent in the organization?
Well, I think that's a very topical question right now. I think most retailers will be looking to deliver great products at a great price for their customers, and technology will enable that. So for us in the technology organization, we want to deliver solutions that improve productivity and efficiency, so that internally we can reduce our costs, which we can then invest into price reductions for our customers, so that their lives can be a little bit better. And the Australian government has said that more than $10 billion has been added to the economy over the last 3 to 4 years through productivity improvements as a result of cloud technologies. So it's incumbent upon us then to look in that area to make sure that we are being as efficient as we can, so that we can therefore pass cost savings on to our customers. So we're looking to improve and develop our skills in cloud, in machine learning, and in artificial intelligence. So we've actually partnered with AWS to develop a skills guild. And we've set a goal of becoming the first company in the world to have 100% of their technology team certified in cloud technologies. And when I say 100%, I mean absolutely everybody. So that includes me as CTO. It includes my EA, Monica. She's become certified. Everybody in the help desk is becoming certified. And we've gone from about 1 to 2% certified to up to about 85% within 5 months. And within 6 months, we'll have hit the 100% goal. And that's pretty significant, because we're like I said, we're going to be the first in the world, we think. And the result of doing that has meant that we have people who are innovating and inventing on behalf of our customers and delivering great solutions all the time now.
That's amazing. What a great goal to have. Thank you. That's fantastic. So tell me a little bit about how you think about innovation within Kmart.
So innovation for us is in the speed with which we deliver iteration and change to our customers. That's how we think about innovation. So our measure is how quickly can we get an idea from concept into execution.
Okay.
So, and that's probably been one of the big changes of it for us, and the metrics that we use and how we measure things. There's literally hundreds of metrics that you can use in retail, but we've landed on speed of development of ideas into execution. And in order to do that, we've done a couple of things. We've moved from project teams to product teams.
Okay.
So we're looking at small 2 pizza teams, as Amazon calls them, rapidly iterating and delivering innovative solutions for our customers. So that's one of the things that the Skills Guild that I mentioned has helped us to do. Is we've got a wide variety of people distributed across Australia, New Zealand, and Asia, inventing and thinking up new solutions for our customers, and we're working at ways to rapidly deploy them into production. So, for example, we've got a team member or associate app that is used by the employees in store.
Uh-huh.
We built our first prototype of that in just 6 weeks, and then released updates to that every 2 weeks thereafter. So after we're getting feedback. So within 6 weeks we had it out in store. We got feedback from our employees in store, prioritized the next set of requirements, and have been updating and releasing updates to that app every 2 weeks since then.
And so when you think about this innovation approach, what about technology innovation for retail in general? What does that look like?
Innovation is no longer optional. So if you don't change, you're going to be left behind, because somebody else will come in and overtake you. Traditional competitors are raising their game. The barriers for entry for new competitors have been lowered to near zero marginal costs. And there are companies that are now releasing innovations that we wouldn't have traditionally have considered them to be competitors, but they are impacting on the experiences that our customers expect from us in store. So I'll take, for example, Uber. They're probably not top of any retailer's list of competitors, but nearly every one of our customers and every retailer's customer has taken an Uber at some point, and they will have had the opportunity to experience that frictionless payment experience, the ease it is to order an Uber, the post shop, if you want to call it, experience, and how you can review what you've done over time. Those frictionless experiences are impacting on what our customers expect of us. So I think the innovation in industry is not just limited to retail. It's actually coming from a whole variety of industries and a whole variety of new players that didn't even exist. So you might not consider Netflix to be a competitor, but the range they offer is impacting on what our customers expect from us. And your benchmark for your next best customer experience is your last best customer experience. So when you're dealing with the likes of Uber and Netflix, then it's a high benchmark to meet.
That brings me to this question. You talked about the customer and their expectations. So at Amazon we have this belief that we have to be always focused on the customer. We have this customer obsession, really. So how is it that you stay close to your customer, and how does that impact this process?
So you're absolutely right. So customer focus it's got to be number one. So we are constantly striving to understand our customers better so that we can actually serve them better. So if we one of the things we're investing is a next generation data platform where we're getting an end-to-end view of our customers. We don't distinguish between online and offline. They're the same customer. We try and not look at them in vertical siloed views. We don't look at them from a stores view, from a merchandising view, from a product view. We try and get an end-to-end customer 360 view so that we can actually develop better solutions for our customers. We can anticipate their needs better. We can serve them better. We're also investing heavily in machine learning and artificial intelligence, and we have built an advanced analytics capability, which is using that customer data platform to not just analyze what customers have done in the past, but to try and predict what they're doing in the future. So we have our buyers who are experts in their categories. So we've got a bunch of data engineers and data scientists who are building machine learning models. And the buyers who are the experts in the categories are giving us the data to train the model, to train and iterate and improve the model constantly so that we can then better predict and forecast what our customers would like to see from us. So we did this in 2019, and we literally changed the flow and direction of millions of pieces of apparel around the country to make sure that we had the right styles, in the right colors, in the right sizes, in the right stores, at the right time. So making sure that our customers had what they wanted, when they wanted, and how they wanted it.
So as you reflect on your experience, what are the important traits of highly successful organizations in your mind?
Number one would be customer focus. Absolutely, customer focus. If you do the right thing for your customer, I don't think you'll ever lose. So I think if you're not focused on your customer, you probably won't be in business for too long. So absolutely, number one will be customer focus. The second thing that springs to mind is trust. So customers trust in you, that you'll do the right thing. So at both Kmart and Target, we've invested quite a lot in price trust. So we don't do high-low pricing. We're an everyday low pricing model at Kmart. So that's been really important for us in trust of customers. You're not going to come in and buy something and see it on sale next week. We will give it to you at the best possible price every day. Our pricing, we use whole dollar price points, so we don't do $7.98 or $8.05. It's $8. That's what we sell it for, or more likely it's $2, given the prices that we sell at. But we don't try and do $1.99s or anything else. We know that our customers are busy. We know that they lead busy lives, and they've probably got children with them, and it's hard to add things up in your heads when you've got children running around. So we try and have great trust with our customers and know that they can buy a great product at a great price from us every time. And then the third thing is, firstly you look outside of the people outside of your serving, and then looking internally at the people that serve you. So people and culture are the third leg of that stool, I think. So we try and make sure that both Kmart and Target are great places to work. We invest heavily in our people. We invest in training. We invest in skills. We invest in enablement. We put a lot of effort into building a strong culture so that it feels more like a family rather than coming. It's a bit of a cliche, but trying to make sure that it feels that when you come to work, it's actually you want to spend time with the people that you're working with. Most people spend more time at work than they would with their family. So we really want it to be a great place to work. So I'd say customer focus, trust, and people and culture.
When you first took on the role of CTO, so just reflect back, what was the one thing you wish you had known before?
How hard it was. It was going to be. I wish somebody told me how hard it was going to be so I could mentally prepare myself. The second thing is what the right structure should be. So when you come into a new role, it's natural, I guess, to be thinking, well, what's it going to look like? And when a new leader comes into an organization, the people in the organization are expecting changes. So there's a little bit of psychological. Probably a lack of psychological safety as people say, well, what's he going to do? What's it going to look like? So I wish in the beginning I'd known what the end structure would look like. If you truly believe that people are your number one asset, you want to have the right structure in place because you will enable them and give them the right structure in which they can be successful. And but it's also people's livelihoods that you're playing with. So you want to do the right thing. So you have to take your time. It's a bit of a paradox. You have to take your time to get the right structure, but every day that you delay in getting the right structure, you're creating uncertainty and ambiguity for the team. So I wish I'd just known the answer at the beginning, and I could have shortcut that time period. And then the last thing I think is the right. I wish I'd known what the right metric was straight up. People need clear and direct goals. If you've got clear and direct goals, then you know what you should be doing every day. If you don't have clear goals, then you don't know what you should be doing. So, and one of the things that enables and helps clear goals is having clear measures. So knowing what's the right thing to measure and how you're measuring that. And there are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of things you can measure in a retail environment. So for us, I think the measure of success for us is really how fast are we getting innovation into the hands of our customers. So again, how do you take that idea from concept into production or into execution? How are you turning around iteration so that your customers are served better, their needs are fulfilled more quickly? And that's the measure that we're looking at now. So and it's taken us probably some time to figure that out, but that's driven a whole suite of behaviors. It's driven organizational structure. It's driven the way that we work. It's driven us to be more focused and more to prioritize better and be more focused, and to have a fewer number of bigger things so we can have a bigger impact on our customers' lives. And it's also made us a better place to work.
I quite like this idea of having a single metric instead of having many metrics to work against because it gets confusing, right?
Yes, absolutely. It's easier to measure one thing than it is to measure 100 things. And if there's only one thing, then there's no excuse. You can't choose the metric that you like. Say, this is the one that we are going to work with, and this is where we're going to put all of our energy into. And then it becomes a rallying point for the organization to get around. So how do we? And I like that metric because it's customer focused. We use the metric then to drive behaviors and to drive goals. You can't deliver innovation quickly to customers if you've got year-long big bang, big release projects. You have to be innovating. You have to be iterating. You have to be getting feedback from. You have to be listening to customers. You have to be asking customers what they want and listening to their response and then reacting and responding quickly. So, and that all comes from that one metric, which has been a little bit of gold for me in my role.
So, what do you think is the most interesting challenge today in the retail business?
I think the most interesting challenge for retailers today is in the competitor space. So the organizations that we traditionally have seen as competitors or as our strongest competitor set is not actually the competitors that we will be competing against in the future. Like I said, so Uber is a good example of that. The frictionless experience that you get from when you take an Uber, the range that you get and the customer service that you get when you purchase a Netflix subscription or an Amazon subscription, they are not traditional retail competitors, but they are changing the expectations of our customers and what they expect from us when they come into our stores or they shop with us online. So I think that the nature of competition is changing retail. And then the skills that are therefore required to respond. So the challenge and response to that threat is going to have an impact on retailers that have traditionally been bricks and mortar and been around for a long time, because Target is nearly 100 years old in Australia, and now it's competing against retailers that are 1 year old, and it might be run out of somebody's garage. But it's very easy to spin up a website, to use a delivery partner, to purchase out of Asia or to wholesale out of Asia. So that challenge and response to competition is going to be important, and the skills that we have don't match the jobs of tomorrow.
Michael, thank you so much. This has been really inspiring. This whole idea of having a single metric that drives behavior, that is completely customer-centric, fantastic, really, really interesting stuff. Thank you so much for coming this evening.
No, thank you for the opportunity. It's a pleasure to represent the great men and women of Target Australia and Kmart Australia. Thank you.